Welcome back to the channel, guys. Joel here with Details. Today we're talking about small setups. Some people say go big or go home. Today we're going to talk about something my man Distinguished Detailing, the dopest, aka the dopest detailer, always talks about. Keep it small, keep it all. Welcome back to the channel. It's Joel with Details. I'm here with my man Gian of Revibe Detailing. We're at the PNS headquarters. He's going to show us how he gets down with his small setups.
What's going on, guys? So my name is Gian of Revibe Auto Detail. So Revibe is based in Oakland, and I've been in the business is like for 5 months now. This is like my 5th month. I'm originally from New York, moved here, and I opened my own detailing business.
All right, so Gian is in, I would call it a select category of minimalist detailing. Gian's developing and making from scratch these very small setups that are available for use in sedans, hatchbacks.
Yep.
I saw one the other day, he even had a Prius.
Yeah.
And these setups, guys, I know this is part of our Room for Improvement series, but I don't think there's gonna be much room for improvement because it's so minimalized, guys. This is a good, anybody who's interested in working out of a sedan, or maybe you can't afford a van, or you don't have a parking space for a van, or maybe a van is just out of your out of the equation with your business. Maybe you live in a city or somewhere where it's just impractical for you. This is a great solution for you. There's a lot of guys on the scene now doing big things with small setups.
Right.
So we're gonna go ahead and start off by asking, seeing where he started to develop these setups, how he got the idea for the craftsmanship, the inspiration behind the setups, and then also how they work. When did you first think about starting to make a setup for a sedan?
All right, so because I'm originally from New York. I graduated as a mechanic, but like it's part of my thesis before was a detailing or having a car wash, and that's why in New York space is very it's hard to get. Now I came up with the idea. I have a sedan which is a Chrysler 200. I measured the trunk first, everything, and then look up on especially Amazon, eBay, what kind of, especially on the tank, what is the smallest tank that I could get that will fit my sedan. So I started with that one.
Nice. So basically, you guys heard it, a lot of creativity, a lot of just searching, just finding the source of what he needed and then developing it and taking action and building it. So without further ado, let's pop this trunk.
All right, it's right here. All right, it's right here. All right.
So you want to walk us through what we have here, Gian?
All right, so yes, we have this water tank right here. It's a 33-gallon water tank. Me personally, I did like 2 sedan cars with this. And it's also manageable for 2 SUVs using this water tank.
Okay, nice.
Yep. And as you guys can see, we have a 1800 PSI Ryobi. It's only $100. Very, very cheap to start the detailing business. And I have this reel. Everyone's asking me about this reel because it's very unusual. It's a very small reel for a pressure washer. This reel right here is a air hose reel that I got from, I think it's on Amazon, and then I converted it to a pressure washer reel using some fittings and and I just made it work using also a 50-foot Flex Villa pressure washer hose here.
Nice. I like your unorthodox use of existing mechanics,
right,
and parts, because a lot of people are scared to use things other than what their intended purpose is.
That's right.
But I mean, ingenuity can take you a long way, and you can customize. So like, I have a lot of things in my van that we don't, we do a few of the same things, but we also do other things that are a little bit more extreme that are for different uses, and people, when they see it, they kind of freak out. They're like, that's not for that. It's like, well,
exactly. That's why
catered it to
everyone,
us.
when I posted a picture of this setup, they were saying this rail, oh, why are you using that? It's for arrows. It's only for like, it can only hold 300 psi and such. But the thing about that is it's the hose that is rated as 300 psi,
Not the reel.
not the reel,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So that's
yeah.
why, you know, we came up with this idea.
You're paying a little bit more attention than what most people are, and that's what I love.
Thank
Because
you.
a lot of guys are always, you know, they always want to push back, or they say, oh, well, why are you doing that? Why are you doing this? Or maybe you're doing that wrong. It's like, well, not really. Like, I'm doing it for what fits me best, and
Exactly.
what works best for my business. Obviously,
Yep.
the space of a reel for a pressure washer hose is like twice the size.
Right, yeah,
So
correct.
this is ideal for you. And if you're only using 50 feet, you could put 100 feet on.
Yes,
this. You would
that's
be
true.
fine with 100 feet on here.
Yeah.
So where did you get your inspiration for a small, clean,
I mean,
compact setup?
it's like more, or I got it from my wife because she's very minimalist at home. Like, we want minimal at home, so we got more space to, you know, to move around. Now I have a small car. That's why, you know, I was thinking of a lot of ways how I can fit everything in here, especially the hose reel right here for the air compressor. I just, you know, first you just have to do some measurements and test fittings, a lot of test fittings, and make sure that it'll fit, and especially the trunk will close.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. So I'm sure you had to move some things around and kind of bolt it down a
Yes.
different way than you would. I've seen people do things, you know, from the inside on the roof, hung
Yep.
up, like sideways, in ways that you wouldn't expect. Like, it looks organized, super clean, super. I'm sure it's super fast to work with.
Yeah.
One question I do have:
Sure.
with such a minimalist setup, do you ever come across situations where you needed more? So one question I have, Gian, is when you are using this setup, is there ever any instances where you wish you had more? Maybe, like, for instance, 100 feet of pressure washer hose, or you need a certain chemical that you don't have space for, that you didn't build. Obviously, this is very customized, and this
Right.
is very bespoke for this dimension.
Uh-huh.
So you have limited space in that sense. But has there ever been a time where you're just like, oh man, I need to create more space for other items or tools?
For items, I think for chemicals, I wish I have more space on this side, because I think I need, because I have some chemicals at home that I don't bring until the job needs it.
Oh yeah.
So that's why I need more space to where I can bring all the chemicals I have, like Absolute. I have the degreaser, and I have, you know, I wish I have it over there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
A solution for that, Gian, is you can get 16-ounce bottles of those small ones that you may not need all the time. Absolute is very, very highly dilutable. So what I do is, if I'm using any rinseless wash, whether it's O&R, Absolute, I have a 16-ounce bottle filled 50-50, and that thing will last me forever. And it's a smaller size. So here you have two bottles. You could probably fit 4 16-ounce
16
bottles
ounces,
there,
right?
and use the specialty items that we call, like a specialty chemical, maybe acid, or maybe you know, a specialty interior dressing, or you know, something like that, maybe a tar remover, but something, you know, our solvent X or something, you can put in a small container and have here, you know what I mean? You know, that could be an easy solution for space efficiency. Something that you don't use a lot of, but you know, it's nice to have on hand. Some people, I used to even run, when I was running with a small setup, I don't know if a lot of people know, I used to run a small setup for about 2 years out of my Subaru, and with that small setup, I pretty much had everything on one bucket. I was actually just talking to Bob Phillips, the owner of PNS Inside, and I told him I would show up to jobs with one bucket. And I had my rinseless wash, my tire shine. Yeah, I had literally everything I needed to do an entire vehicle in that bucket. So when it comes to minimalist, I know how I can run it with the best of them. So I know the issues that do arise from having a small setup. But yeah, I've even seen guys, I used to even go, I would run even with the smaller bottles with like a 5-ounce bottle of certain things, like maybe a polish remove, you know, a certain
Let's
type
say-
of polish or a certain type of compound or
Uh-huh.
things like that for really small, you know, small uses. Even tire shine. Tire shine, you don't need a lot of tire shine.
That's right.
So if you have a small bottle of tire shine like
Uh-huh.
this with a little squeeze top, how many you could probably get a week's worth of cars done
That's
with,
true.
with that, you know, if
That's
you're putting
true.
it on an applicator.
Yeah, that's
So
a
you
good
don't
idea.
need a huge, you know what I mean?
Bottle, yeah. That's
Good.
correct.
I'll charge you for that one later.
So Joel, we talked about the cons. Let's get into the pros.
On this one, pretty much I use every space that I have. You know, even the drawers, I made drawers that underneath here because I still have space. So I have the
Wow.
applicator pads, I have the interior cleaner, all the brushes, the exterior, and right there. So all the brushes right there, all the pros. So I don't have to go on the back of the car to get all the brushes or the applicator pads that I need. Everything is on the back or on the trunk, you know. So I think that's really can save you at least, you know, 5 minutes a job by just not going to the back of the back seat, you know.
Look how he said he used every single area of this trunk. You see, he made a little drawer cabinet up there at the very top.
Yeah, so you're just gonna slide it in.
Gian, so you work in a big city. You got San Francisco, Oakland, Hayward,
Right.
all big cities. So having a small vehicle, I'm sure that's more space that you have for parking,
Yes.
getting around.
It's very easy, especially in San Francisco. Most of my customers are in the city, so I have incline. It's very hard to look for parking. Most customers only clean them on the street parking. With this setup right here, I have no problem looking for a space where I can do my job, you know, and just kill it.
I got a question for you.
Sure.
You ever had a mishap as far as a leak in here?
Before, when I was at the beginning of this setup, I have a lot of leaking. There's one time that underneath on this setup, there's, you know, the spare tires were at, you know, it's full of water. I was like, my trunk is empty. Why I can still hear water, you know, on the trunk. So when I open it, it's full of water, but I solve it right now. Right now, no leaking anymore.
Nice.
Yep.
Gian,
All
you're
right.
in your 5th month.
Uh-huh.
You got all your supplies in here, and you got your gear all set up. Are you polishing yet?
No, not yet. I don't have a job yet that needs like any paint correction or paint enhancement yet. But me, because I just started this business, right? I believe that I only do it, like I only get the stuff that I need for
Right.
the job when it needs. So I don't have to spend that much money on all the stuff, because a lot of people out there want to start detailing and they buying everything. Next thing they know, they don't have money to buy a different stuff for a different job, you know. So that's me, you know.
So everything is all set up. You got your uniform all
Yes.
set up. Your car, everyone knows who you are.
Yes.
Eventually, there'll come a time maybe you're gonna start polishing.
Right.
What's the thoughts of to where you're gonna put all that stuff? Because when we polish, we got a designated area. We got 4 polishers. We
Right.
got polishing pads. You got
Uh-huh.
you got all your compounds, all your
Right.
different waxes, right? It's a lot of stuff to place. Any thoughts on what are you gonna do here with that?
Behind in my trunk, no, I got no more space for anything. I mean, you can just like shove it in there, but it's not it's not me.
Right.
But I still have a lot of space behind on my back seat.
All right.
Just saying,
So let's go check it out. The back. We're gonna see how much space he has here in the back seat.
All right, so here it is.
Oh,
It's right here. It's more, everything is on the right side right now because I have 2 kids, right? One goes to school. I still have space for a car seat on the other side, but on this side we have all these. All right, so generator goes here. This is my vacuum, and I have the McCulloch steamer. I have the step stool because, you know, I'm too short. So, and I have 2 buckets, which is it's collapsible, which is it saves space. And I have,
collapsible buckets.
yeah. And then we have the
you've been watching our videos? This man got all the ideas, huh? This man got
Got a
everything.
collapsible steamer.
See, that's what happens when you use your creativity.
Exactly.
Man,
And
good
we
job.
have the air compressor underneath, and I have this board that I made to make it level. So I can stack more stuff on the top.
Gotcha.
You know, and then on the other side, so this is where all my microfibers go. So I have a drawer, it's 3 drawers for interior, exterior, and some glass microfibers are there. And I have a space for a car seat for my daughter.
Any thoughts on maybe getting a rack on top?
Yep, I have a sidewalk sign, you know, that triangle sign. Now I cannot bring it because I have these. That's why I'm planning to get a roof rack, and so I can put that sign on the top. So you know, marketing is everything in this business.
Gian, right here, you got your towel drawer, right?
Yes.
We can fix that for you.
Really?
You know how many towels you use per detail?
For the interior, I use like 2 towels. For the exterior, I have the drying towel, and probably 2 for the bead maker and buffet. So like 5 plus glass, around probably 7 or 8 towels.
Well, after today, you're gonna know the exact number because we're gonna get rid of this. That's gonna free up a whole other space
smart.
for you.
That's very smart. Yeah.
How to.
That's
We're
very smart.
gonna tell you where to put them and how to fold them so you can conserve more space. So after today, we need you to start taking inventory of every single towel that you use.
All right.
Interior, exterior, your bead mate, your ceiling towels.
Right.
Keep track of all that.
Okay.
When we reconvene, we're gonna have a solution for you.
Okay.
And also, just to add, this whole crate right here that you got, it doesn't match Revive.
I know.
Right?
I know.
It does- that doesn't match
Revive. That's true. That's not Revive right there.
So you're detailing,
Yes.
you brand new into that,
Yes.
and along the way, you found out how to customize rigs.
That's right.
So you got 2 passions going on.
Yes.
You're gonna have to pick one probably here in the near future, depending on which one. Pick one.
I mean, the detailing is always there, but we're just gonna be practical. Where the money at is on building rigs, you know. So
Let's keep it all the way real.
so both of them will be there. Detailing is always gonna be. I love cleaning cars. I love detailing cars, you know. But building is also one of my strong side, where my brain works, all the imagination, how I can fit everything in a small compact space. I'm in the future, I'm gonna go big on the building rigs, and of course at the same time on the detailing, which is we're gonna put it in one building. That's the goal right there.
Woo! The man has a plan.
Now that everybody has seen your setup, we've actually seen a couple of your setups. We were in San Francisco doing a video with Danny's Auto Detailing. Shout out to Danny. Another detailer approached us and said, "Hey, I got a rig in the back of my sedan."
Yeah.
So he popped it open. We checked it out. Come to find out, you built that setup
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah.
So let the people know where they can find the setups, where to find you.
Yeah.
What you're capable of doing. You know, I'm sure it's pretty vast, you know, as
Yeah.
far as the engineering and what you're capable of doing in a small space. So let the people know where to find you, where they can get their rig, and how you can work on how you can make their life easier
Right.
and help them make money out of possibly their daily driven vehicle, you know, without having to spend thousands of dollars on a rig
That's right.
and on a new van or a new work truck.
Right. So yeah, so for people who want to start mobile detailing business but they don't have a large vehicle like SUV, van, something like that, if you only have sedans like this one, I can help you send the links, even just send the links, and you can build it. If you're too far, I can send you all the links that you need to build this setup. And also I have a video coming up how to build this rig step by step, from step 1 until you finish, on Instagram at Revive Auto Detail, and also on Facebook at Revive Auto Detail, or you can just comment on one of my videos on YouTube, which is at Revive Auto Detail.
Setup was so nice. Mike from Mike's Auto Detailing had to come through with a little admiration in his eyes right now.
Yeah.
Got the detail boots on.
Hey, straight from work, straight to
Right.
work.
That concludes our episode of Room for Improvement with Gian from Revive Detailing out of Oakland, California. You know where to find him. Yo, go follow this guy. Go follow his Instagram. Go follow his YouTube, his Facebook. This guy is doing his thing. He just started, so it's only going up from here. Remember to like, subscribe, and share.
All right.
From Joel and Sal with Details and Gian with Revibe, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Remember